I'm Scott Clark. I'm the Director of Configuration Management for Schneider Electric, responsible for product development and configuration tools. We're seeing that customers today need standardization. They need standardization to ensure they can de-skill their processes, they can reduce maintenance, reduce risk and reduce cost. What we're seeing though is as they invest money in the development of standards, those standards become a noose around their neck because they have to maintain the standards, they have to deploy the standards, and they end up with multiple branches of the standards. Specifically where they're working with different hardware platforms, when they're going to, say, a Rockwell platform and a Siemens platform and a Schneider platform, they have to have a different standard for each platform. They want to build systems that are future-proof. They want to be able to work with technologies they have today, but they want to know that everything they develop today and they invest in will carry forward when the world changes. We all know the Internet of Things is coming, we all know the world is changing, but we don't know what it looks like yet. So what they want to know is that their investment in anything they do today is going to carry them through to the future. They want to know that the standards they build are going to reduce their risk and cost in rolling out their systems, but they don't want their standards to be a burden. So they want to build a system that's agile, future-proof, and easy to consume. Yeah, the specific challenges that customers face with this is they have an install base of existing hardware. They can't afford to rip and replace. It's too risky, it's too costly. So they need a system that can work with what they've got today but carry them through to the future. So they need systems that can work on the various technologies. They might not be standard on we're all Rockwell, or we're all Schneider, or we're all Siemens. Because through acquisitions, they have different systems. They have different systems they have to manage. They have OEM packages that come in, vendor packages. They have to be able to manage all of these different systems, and they have to be able to build a standard that will work with that today and carry them through to the future. To address these challenges for our customers, we're developing products today that can work with their install base and give them the freedom to work with Internet of Things and other technologies that are evolving. We're providing a framework that's an open, decoupled framework that can work with those products that we don't even know exist yet. So we have to build a product that can work with the install base, that they can invest confidently in their standards. We're putting in technologies to reduce risk, so we're de-skilling and reducing risk by including technologies that allow to determine when it's safe to download. Stuff that's not there today in current technology, but it's going to be required as we head to the future and we end up with more complex systems with more devices. So we're putting this agility into our products today to carry them through to the future. A good customer example using these configuration technologies would be Sydney Water. With them, they've got a requirement to be two-supplier policy on their vendor hardware. So they've got Schneider Electric and Siemens controls. So they need a library that can roll out to both platforms. So with this technology, they can actually configure both and have one investment in standards and have one investment in training. So they get the benefit and consistency across the two platforms. So other customers can now get savings from the work we've done in this configuration tool. So we've invested in a library of standard templates that they can consume and roll out automatically out of the box. They can take the benefit of the deployment technologies that we've put in for safe deploy so that it makes it easier and safer for them to make change. Really, at the end of the day, the biggest problem a customer has is the fear of changing a PLC, a fear of improving and performance enhancements on their project. So we need to give them an environment, a configuration tool that can take that risk away and give them the confidence to make the change. More importantly, to be able to give the process people the confidence to review and make the changes. That's where the return on investment comes for our customers. When the process engineer can actually get involved and it's not lost through the translation to a control engineer, the process engineer can now have more control over the outcome.